Oh shoot. Hold up.
Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakurai, director of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate from Sora Limited. We'll be using today's showcase to give you a first look at our next DLC fighter. Actually, hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today, even among Nintendo staff worldwide.
Yeah, right.
The development team and other
Devil May Cry
stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy. Which means
Utmost
other Nintendo
secrecy.
staff around the globe will only start making preparations for release after the showcase has been broadcast. So, it won't be available right away. Please understand that it will take a little time. I think even many
WALUIGI.
Nintendo employees will be surprised to see
WALUIGI.
this and say, wow, really? So,
Okay,
let's
I'm a
all
little
share
bit
in the
weirded
fun of
weirded out by
getting
that.
the latest information. However, even if you say, that's not the character I was picturing, I hope you don't have any hard feelings.
Me
We
Lancer.
prepared a fighter reveal video.
Me Lancer.
Once it starts, I think you'll figure out who it is pretty quickly. Now, let's do this.
Yo, hold up, hold up. Fire Emblem?
The time is
I don't know
finally
what this is.
come to unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharat upon our enemies.
Yo.
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void. In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die? I thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet... there is no other choice. You must join Smash.
Yeah. That's crazy, dude. Yo.
Join Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting
Another
for?
anime sword fighter. No. Is it for real? I think it is, dude. It is. That's crazy.
So join
I have no idea what kind of... I bet you're blowing up right now. Yo. Was that his up B? 12,000 Fire Emblem characters later.
So you return, and sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there? And you wield the sword as well? What will you do?
Oh, they're probably gonna add her too.
So that is how you plan to win the day? So be it. I reward your cleverness this time.
What? Oh, okay, it's just weapons.
How is this?
Female Byleth. Alright. Recruits Byleth. That's funny. That's crazy. I bet you're blowing up right now. You said you thought it wasn't gonna be possible, dude.
Of anyone, you should be able to handle the hero's relics. With Arid Fire, strike with superior reach.
Oh, that's broken, dude.
Use Amir's overwhelming
Just kidding. It's
power.
probably just gonna be like good, but
Unleash the blinding speed of
is
Failnaught.
A of the hero's relic? I have no idea what that means.
Along with the sword of the creator. Each weapon matches a direction.
That's kind of cool, actually. What the? That must have been her taunt, right? What were the little... Oh, she has all of them. Okay.
Both sides of time are revealed. Through
I don't think
Smash,
anyone was expecting
show the
this. Like,
world.
that's crazy. She's probably from 3 houses, right? Like, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, yo, she's probably from 3 houses. All right, I'm gonna watch the rest of this regardless. Oh, here, it's not even live.
So it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This release is planned for January 28th.
Okay.
You'll have instant access if you have
12
Super
days.
Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass.
It's the main
and it will also
protagonist.
be
Oh,
available
okay.
for purchase individually.
They look pretty cool. I kind of like how they can switch
In case
weapons.
you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or 3 Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry. First off, what is Fire Emblem?
What is
It's
Fire
really hard to
Emblem?
pronounce in
Dude,
Japanese.
there are already
Producers
that many, a lot of
tried to
characters in
say
the game,
Fire
so like,
Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful. The series' first entry launched in Japan on the Famicom in 1990. You could say it was a pioneer in the genre of tactical role-playing games.
well, there are already
Wondering
so
what
many
makes
Fire
it
Emblem
particular
characters in the
tactical.
game. Don't people already like?
Well, it's tactical in that it simulates combat.
Never
You
mind.
can
He hasn't
think of
really
it
had
as
this
moving
explanation
pieces in a
before.
board game. Or in other words, a game in which you advance units across a grid.
Chrom, Roy, Marth, Lucina, Robin, Corrin.
When we talk about tactical games of that era,
what is her
there
name
were lots
again?
of ones in which you
Byleth?
command tanks, aircrafts, and so on.
I think it's gonna be,
But Fire Emblem
yeah,
was
male and
unique
female
because
Byleth.
each
That's
unit was a specific character,
8
just
Fire
like
Emblem
in role-playing
characters.
games.
8 anime sword fighters. No, I'm kidding.
Plus, something made it stand out from other Nintendo.
Look at how many Pro controllers he
characters that
has.
permanently die.
Yeah, I need all of them.
That's pretty direct language, though. So perhaps we should just say they're sleeping with the fishes.
I should probably listen. I didn't hear what
But
he
really,
said there.
if a character fell in battle, you'd lose that unit. They'd be gone, and you couldn't use them again. Recent entries in the series maintain this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you. But a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak. In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary. The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios. Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's their down special. There's actually a reason for this. When I was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn. They attack and you counter. Next comes your turn.
I bet.
And now, Fire Emblem 3 Houses is the 17th game in the series.
17th game. Wow. That's
People who aren't
insane.
Japanese in particular might be thinking, 17 games? There are that many? Well, if you include Fire Emblem Heroes in the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games. Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge. I'll give it a try.
暗黒竜と光の剣、外伝紋章の謎、聖戦の系譜、トラキア776、封印の剣、烈火の剣、聖魔の功績、草原の奇跡、暁の女神、新暗黒竜新紋章、覚醒イフヒーローズエコーズ風化雪
There you go, 17.
That's what he meant by 3.
変な数え方して
Three
So
houses.
You saw how I was counting in a weird way, right? I was counting in binary.
つまりこれが全部
This is 0. Fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2, then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16. Add 1 and you get 17. Awesome, isn't it?
I bet.
You can actually count up to 31 on one hand. And if you use both hands, you can count all the way up to 1023.
I mean, this is the first Fire Emblem
If you've given up
character
counting
from
nonsense
this
at the time
DLC
of that,
pack,
you should
so-
always give it a go. What is Fire Emblem 3 Houses?
Bruh.
In Japanese, the male version of the main character is called
Waluigi
Byleth,
for
the female
Smash.
version is called Byleth, but in English they share the same name, Byleth. Byleth becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses. Once you've chosen a house, you guide them through their school life, and, well, you
The
end
game
up
looks
fighting with
really
other
cool.
houses. After a certain incident, 5 years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students to battle against the other houses in their regions. It's a very sad game in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you. To understand the concept of Fire Emblem Three Houses, I played an early version of the game before its release. I've done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example. Because I couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time. For that
Brent
title, I
Headass.
borrowed an early version of the
Yo,
game for 2 days.
6
ran
or
around all
7
the areas,
7:11 a.m.
and
watching
realized
this
for
dude.
the first time. I guess we can't really have
What's
Breath
up,
of the
Shane?
Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter.
Kermit, LOL.
I did the same this time, but with there being 3 houses and multiple endings.
Got
it was
that
really
Luigi
hard to
beanie
feel
on.
for it. And of course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference. The game has
Tyler, I bet
multiple
you're gonna
routes,
main
and
these
outputs
guys
each
too.
is
Bro, I'm
very
working. Why you don't you sleep? Oh,
Your experience will vary
I went to
depending
bed
on
early
the
last
route you
night,
choose, and many of the
and
characters you meet will adopt different
they had
roles
this
in the
announcement
story.
at 7
I'll
a.m.,
try to
so I had to
avoid
get up
spoilers
this
when I'm
early.
talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand.
But yeah, it's kind of worth it. It's pretty cool to see.
Before my demonstration,
Even though I
I
can
should
just
point
see it
out
later,
that when I
I'd
did
rather
the
see it
Free World
live.
Showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded
I
a
have
month
found
in
my
advance.
secondary
But this time, we have to account for the
can
holidays
see
and
that.
such, so we're filming 2
sword
months in
meet
advance of
anime
this
sword
video's
fighter.
release.
No,
Right now, it's actually November.
2 events in 2 months in advance. That's
Therefore,
crazy.
some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version.
It might not be your
As
playstyle,
always, I'm
dude.
using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes. Here I go.
Okay.
So, this is our new fighter, Byleth. Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them. Throws
they're
are not
slow
their
like
strong point
Robin.
either. Their grab lacks range. But actually, you could say that they're distance demon. The hero's relic they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick. Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses. They
Yo,
look like bones,
that
and
bow
there's a
looks
reason
so
for
cool.
First, let's talk about the weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator here is Byleth's default weapon. They use it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as down tilt attacks, where it takes the form of a whip.
That's kind of cool.
They also use the sword for dash attacks and other moves. For their up smash attack, they'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air. For their up air attack, they'll wave the whip sword overhead. The hit detection for this attack lasts for a relatively long time. The up special move is really something. The sword extends like this.
Oh, so they have
allowing
a
you to do
tether
things
grab,
like this.
technically. Yo, that's really cool.
It was
Oh, it
pretty
spikes
terrifying
them.
How I knocked him into the air with that attack. And
Oh,
in
look at this
addition,
stage. Okay, that looks really cool. Yo,
Awful things like this.
that was so cool.
That said, you'll launch opponents upward until their damage reaches a certain percentage. Exceed
Oh,
that
okay.
percentage,
So it's
and
not
you need
always
to
a
be
spike.
careful. You may find it helpful to mid-air dodge. I've already shown this, but you can also use it to latch onto edges. So that's the up special. Now, for the sideways inputs. This is Erdvar, the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology.
Is that his F
First, we'll go
tilt?
through the forward and back air attacks. As you can see, they have a long reach. Like so.
They're a little bit slow, but still.
Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right?
Oh yeah.
If Byleth does the same thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat it. Next, the side smash attack. This also has a long range. It'll connect even from here.
That is insanely strong from what it looked like.
Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be stronger.
Okay, that was at 48%.
And if you've knocked an opponent
Or something
down,
like that,
the
like...
side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them.
So when you angle it up, it literally like kills at like -20.
By the way, the tip of the lance is more powerful.
That's
The shaft
scary,
part is
dude.
weaker, so it's not suited to close combat. It
Yeah.
won't deal much damage. and
Alright,
it
so
won't
it's kind of
launch
like Mar
opponents
3
far.
up to space.
That's why, as a rule, you want to hit with the blade part aimed upward. Or downward in this case.
That stage
Next,
is
the side
weird.
special move. Byleth will simply swing the lance
That looks
like
kind of
this,
cool.
but again, it has excellent reach. For example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit.
Holy! So he like charges forward a little bit and then does it.
Actually, you can do a smash attack to charge forward a little, like this. But as you'd expect, it can be easily shielded, so be careful. Use
Alright,
it in midair and you'll carve up a large area.
that's kind of cool. I wonder what his
Returning to the
down B
side air
is.
attacks from earlier, they have
Probably
great
a counter.
horizontal reach, but they lack verticality.
Up B.
So this complements it well.
Wait, if there's another back B.
Although you'll be
No, there
vulnerable
isn't a
when you
back
land.
B there. Down B is probably just a
Now,
counter.
for the downward inputs.
Downward
For these,
inputs?
Byleth will use an axe called Emir. It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth. First, the down air attack. It really is strong.
Does it not spike though?
You can try
Okay, it
for a
does
meteor
spike.
hit
That's kind of
with this
hot.
attack. Next
It reminds
is
me
the
of
down smash
Heroes
attack.
down air.
A heavy swing of the axe back and forth. As you can see,
Yo,
it
his
has a
smash
good deal of
attacks
launch
are
power.
like insanely strong.
And for the down special, Byleth channels all their energy into a devastating strike. It's a bold move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different.
Super armor?
When readying the move, there's a super armor effect,
Bro.
which allows you to withstand an attack.
Holy crap.
Just so you know, if you execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time, it plays out like this. It's a bit slower than the Falcon
Oh yeah,
Punch, but due to the
I'm really
super
glad
armor
they're
effect,
different
you
than a
have
lot of the other
advantage,
Fire Emblem characters.
unless you get grabbed.
Okay. Start of the move.
Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms. While you're charging up, you
Oh,
can
that's
breeze
kinda
past
cool.
platforms like this to reach a lower area.
Yo,
It won't let you jump,
That's kinda
but you
cool.
can use it as a surprise
it's a cool
attack.
tech.
Also, you can turn around during the move.
Yo, so like
The swing takes a while.
Roy and Crom's
So
neutral
if an
B.
opponent runs behind you during the move, you can quickly
But you can
change
go through
direction.
platforms.
Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used against a group
In
of
doubles? Holy crap.
people. Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little.
Alright,
It's as if
that's
the
a
fate
massive
around launches.
hitbox. He just has massive hitboxes.
By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I
Counter?
don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters.
Holy
It hits
crap.
with that much power in a single
Gonna
attack.
make a Byleth amiibo
Counters
for
can
both
actually
genders, most
multiply the
likely.
power
Yep,
of
they'll
block.
definitely make at least
Using
one
easily
amiibo.
anticipated attacks like this could just get you hit by counter after counter. Next, we have the neutral moves. The bow you use is called Fail Not, which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table.
It looks
only appears
really
in two
similar
neutral
to
moves.
Link's bow.
You've got the neutral air attack. This attack
Oh,
is similar
no.
to a move of Pit's and other fighters like him. It lets you spin the weapon around. It's also easy to create certain combos with it.
Bro, I could definitely see you maining this character, not just because of Fire Emblem, just like... He has so many things that you like about, like
But there are a few noteworthy aspects.
like
to
your
this bow.
characters that you main.
First, the biggest difference between this
Like, you
bow
really,
and Link's
like-
is that once you enter the
I'm
command,
guessing-
you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire,
Oh,
the
so you have
arrow
to wait
travels at
until-
high
okay.
speed. It's also very powerful. That said, you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button.
Okay, it's not that slow.
You can also change direction while in the stance.
That's really
It works
cool.
up until this point.
Reminds me
but
of Pits,
if you keep holding the
but it's
button,
better. Wait,
you'll unleash
what?
powerful arrow that looks like a beam of light. You can
That wasn't
perform
even
this
that
move by
long.
keeping
What
button
the?
held down.
Yo,
Charge up power like so. Charge a bit more and then fire.
29%?
But again, you'll need to take care.
That's
when using this
insane.
move.
That'll kill
For
it
one,
so
when you
easily
power
off
up the move to
stage.
its max, there's no way to cancel out of it. Not even with the shield button. In other words, you're committed to firing it. So you see, a situation like this is pretty terrible.
That's insane.
Once you've entered the stance, you won't be able
Yeah,
to
there's
do
no
anything,
way he's surviving that.
which means it's quite the risky attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range
Another Luigi edge guard.
letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents. So you need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon. Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version.
I really like his up air. And his nair is pretty cool. It looks like a worse version of Pits, but I don't know. It just
As you can
it looks
see,
like a
you
different
team up
hitbox
with the
in
mysterious
Pits
Sophist
that doesn't like
and launch
connect
an
all the
attack
way.
together.
ソフィスが誰であるのか何なのかというのは原作で確認してみていただければと思います。
Now, let's talk about the color variations. It's set up so that the
Color
default and
variations.
odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female.
Oh, so men are
However, the third, fourth,
Yo!
and fifth colors are, as you can see,
That's
reminiscent
sick.
of the house leaders. Those of you who played the original game will of course understand what I'm referring to.
That looks really cool.
The sixth color is based on Sophis, who you just saw earlier. And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story. Didn't we see this variation in the final
Yeah,
smash?
that's what I was thinking from the three houses. No. This stage looks kind of
Next,
cool.
I'll introduce the stage.
It's like the one where it's
For
like
this one, we of course
in that
tried
little
to
bunker
recreate the
thing where that
place
has
where you
those
spend
two
most
house
of the
like
game. Garrett
huts
Mock
on the
Monastery.
side. Looks kind of cool.
This is how Garreg Mach Monastery is laid out in the original game. From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge, and cathedral, all in one stage. It's the type of stage that rotates through different areas, such as these four. Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these four areas. The first area is the marketplace. I think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping. The guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house, Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid. Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom, that means they have a monarchy. For that reason, I guess you could say Dimitri's the future king. He had quite a difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an unfortunate one, that one. There are vendors on either side. In the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things, but
What makes
here
them
you
the
can break
worst?
them, you see? If
That's
you do
kind of
break
cool.
them, the stage will expand to the left and right. I wonder where people will buy their supplies now. And in the background,
Golden
you can
deer,
see
the
the
best.
gatekeeper. You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to him a
Okay.
lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform.
That looks so
Just when
cool.
it seems like you've come
Look
to
at
a
that
stop,
background.
you'll come crashing back down. You've broken through the ceiling and slammed into the building. And the guests
Black
in the reception
Eagle
hall are
House.
Edelgard, Dorothea, and Petra of the Black Eagles. Take note, it's not spelled Edelgard. They're from the Adressian Empire,
Edelgard.
and as such, they embrace their military might. Edelgard
We already
is one of
have
the
enough
characters
Fire
who
Emblem
is central
music.
to the conflict.
And characters. Okay.
Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible
I want
ordeals.
something new, dude.
You'll notice there are
I mean, it
prominent
is new,
chandeliers
but,
above the
like,
stage. It's
I don't know.
possible to knock them down.
だけど残念ながらこれ
However, Byleth can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can reach it with other fighters, though.
だから
So, it's nice if you can work your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go. I made it.
Skull
you
Kid
can
for
knock him down.
Smash.
ついでに言うと
Also, you can break this table. Like so.
That's funny. Yeah, also you could break this table.
Just like the sign that reads Furin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break.
Yeah,
if
by the
you
way,
launch
you
your
can break
opponent
these
into it
tables.
at close range.
No.
Next up, the bridge. The camera rotates 90 degrees, creating this long area. It's very wide indeed.
Golden Deer.
結構横幅も広い
Through the Pegasus in the background.
It's similar to the Bridge of Elden stage.
ゲストはヒルシュ
The guests are from the Golden Deer, Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence.
これはレッツター
They belong to the Leicester Alliance.
Lawrence? Albert Connor?
行動名ということは
I'm kidding.
戦闘とか連合とかそういうような感じで
Because it's an alliance of many noble families, you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch. Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training. As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen. You could also say it's a place where the fail knot really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly.
Okay, he's been streaming for about 26 minutes, so 10 more minutes around 10 more minutes until they're done. That was kind of cool.
The last area is the cathedral.
Wow,
Only
there's
with
4
some
different
platforms you
areas.
can pass through. The guests appearing in the cathedral are Sedith, Flayn, and Rhea. There's Sedith, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flayn. She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem Three Houses. All three have character quirks.
Extremely strong bond.
まあフレンが
I feel that Flayn might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that. This is a simple area of the stage.
Waluigi for
All
Smash.
are these platforms.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged. It'll cycle through each location in about 2.5 minutes. Okay, today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages. That'll give us precisely 5 players per side. Alright, here we go, Joker. Joker! And Hero! Gee, we really made a lot, huh? Banjo! By now, I think you know what I'm doing. But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the Professor gear. But as expected, it's going to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my
Items.
hands on.
Amateur. You just know how to play the game.
It's not going to land that easily. Uh-oh, this is bad. Finnegan.
I don't know if he can do this.
I better keep my distance.
Miss. Yeah.
I'll use this chance
Suck
to
race
attack.
sucks. Holy
Got it.
crap.
That's scary. He's invincible for a moment.
I know he
there.
can just jump, but like it's really fast.
Lots of explosives. Ouch.
What a parry.
Perfect shield at that, huh? Good one.
Oh, perfect shield. Okay.
If I do this, or like so. No anti-air, huh? There,
Holy.
the soccer ball connected.
Sakurai
Good.
is
There's
a
Mom.
professional at this game. Wait,
You're in a good
he
spot,
is?
Mom. Ah, I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not. I feel like the enemy might get
Sakurai
this
would
special.
win every tourney. Oh
See?
shoot,
They got
that
it.
was so close. Yo, I thought he was gonna die
They
there.
mustn't give up.
Yo.
I can't waste the chance. There's another smash ball. Yes, got it. Now, what are you charging up for? There's still more. Go on, you can take the hammer, but it's mine. Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state. I hit him.
Nice.
I was
That
trying to
music
fight
is making
using
me
Byleth
explode.
abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game.
Not gonna lie, I didn't even notice the music. But it's
It
because
can
I
be
don't
fun
know
to
the
play
music.
like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself. The end.
The end? Kidding.
Now, about the additional music. Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem stages. There are already a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the game. Our selection this time has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration. 11 songs are being added. This includes an arrangement of the main theme in both Japanese and English. I hope you'll enjoy these as well. We're also adding in a new spirit board. It includes the house leaders among some of the other popular characters. Sothis is Legend class. Also, there's a new classic mode route, a Heroic Legacy, which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history. The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that.
Okay.
Now for the Mii Fighter costumes. Please take a look.
Waluigi. Oh wait, no, I think they already have one. Okay. Skyward Sword? Yo, they have Ezio? Wait, it looks like... Yeah, wait. That's actually kind of cool. I bet, dude. Rabbids. That's actually really funny. Altair? Okay. I was thinking... I feel like they have like a really similar outfit. Main megaman.exe. Yo! Yo, wait! Wait a minute. Yo, is he a Mii? Okay, he's a Mii gunner. Yo, wait. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm downloading that. That is funny, dude. Heck yeah. That is funny. Yo. I know. Heck yeah, dude. Okay, I'm buying Cuphead later today. Wait. January 28th, okay.
This time, we're releasing a Cuphead costume.
That's actually really cool.
And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added. It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation.
So he's a Mii gunner because he has a boo-boo.
I hope you enjoy these as well. After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature. If someone has created a Mii Fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it. And now, onto the amiibo.
Dark Samus looks so cool,
The
dude.
color palette for Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yes.
Dark Samus
It's available
and Hunter
tomorrow.
are planned for release on Friday, January 17th. And now, with the addition of Byleth, the Fighter's Pass is finally
He's gonna have another
The
Fighter's
lineup
Pass.
was Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry Bogard, and Byleth. From more than 70 fighters, only 5 have been added. But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on. There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there? When we add a new fighter, we don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play.
That was not a
As
good
stated,
clip for
we'll
him.
continue to release more DLC fighters down the line. I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
I'm gonna blow up. Okay. I already knew that. I already knew that. Yo! Are you kidding me, dude?
Looks like there will be 1 more fighter than last time.
I thought he was gonna be
For
like,
this reason,
yeah,
we
just
will be
one more.
releasing the Super Smash Bros.
Yo!
Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will be available for pre-purchase on the date shown, so please keep an eye out. And now that
Holy!
it's official, we intend
Holy
to move
crap,
ahead with
dude!
development. Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed. Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand why and purchase it. Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided.
I swear if we get any more Fire Emblem
Even if I
characters,
receive
dude.
many requests
We already
regarding
have
potential candidates
8.
on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them.
I know you like Fire Emblem, but I literally don't want any more.
But I still hope
At
you
all.
look forward to it. We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Bonus?
Last time, it was a Rex costume. But this
Oh.
time, here's what we have.
Waluigi. Ooh, that's sick.
It's a
Yo!
Mii Fighter costume for Mii Sword Fighter, the ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This will not be for sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2.
That's cool. I will shoot myself, dude.
It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest selling fighting game in the world.
That's just
Personally,
crazy
I
to
don't
think
know if
about.
It counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world.
Is it a fighting game?
Seems
Yes,
like Street
because
Fighter
we're
2
fighting.
was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales. However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's
Ooh.
the arcade versions and
putting
the
beef on
20
Street
ports of
Fighter,
other
dude.
Systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for.
Even though there's Street
Also,
Fighter
I don't
characters
know
in
if
the
that really
game.
qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion. So, who knows? But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is number 1. Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game. I feel like it's become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely.
Really?
Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters.
Deep attachment. Yo.
The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there will be more DLC, which means no breaks for me. I plan to
This man's
keep
looking
working,
tired out
so I
here.
hope you can continue to support us. That's it. Thank you.
All right, we're definitely getting Dante. Dang, so many leaks were wrong, dude. That's crazy.